Bart here, and I just wanted to drop in and make a quick video about the importance of sleep. Over the last 5 weeks, I've been a part of a Fitbit study, and I've learned a tremendous amount of information about the quality of my sleep. Sometimes it's really off, and having that data will let you know when and possibly why you didn't have great sleep, because then you can look back in time and have a list of how you slept, when you woke up, when you had deep sleep. And you can go back and say, well, what was I doing right before bed? What was I doing that day before? What was my stress level like? Did I have to wake up to go to the bathroom? Did I have very poor REM sleep? There's all these really important questions that you need to ask yourself because sleep constitutes about 1/3 of your entire life. That's pretty important. That's a heavy pattern. And a lot of people will actually injure themselves in their sleep, just based on their sleep habits and sleep posture. Now, you don't need me to tell you that sleeping on your back is the best way to sleep. But 96% of us, or 94% of us, 94 to 96% of us, do not sleep on our back. I'm not perfect every night. Some nights, my partner snores, and I want to be as far away from her as possible. And so I'm sleeping on my side. Other nights, I sleep like I'm dead, just on my back. Now, I've built in the ability to sleep on my back over a long time. Now, sometimes that we can't get to a comfortable position on our back is because we have lower back pain or we have some sort of spinal injury that requires us to make modifications, whether it be with a wedge pillow or a variety of pillows, possibly one tucked in between the knees, which is a safe way to sleep, and another one right here. Paying attention to the posture of where the head and neck is very important. Some dead pillows are so dead that you just need to throw them away. And some pillows are so fluffy that it's really affecting you in a way that you can't get comfortable. We want to have a proper balance of the head and neck and find as neutral a spine as possible. There's room for a pillow in all cases because typically our head comes back when we sleep on a flat surface over the course of the night. And so it's good to have something to keep you in a neutral spine. There's a natural indentation between the back of the skull and the top of the shoulder blades. The neck scoops inward a little bit, which is why sometimes we have that tilted head. But we want to try and mitigate that as much as possible. Some techniques to do that might be practicing laying flat in what we call corpse pose, laying flat on your back. But like I had mentioned earlier, if you have lower back pain, nerve impingement, spinal injury, sometimes it's just not available and you have to get creative. I get it, but sleep's really important. You cannot really store long-term memories and be at an optimal brain function if you're not achieving rapid eye movement. Now, what is rapid eye movement? It's the preferred mode of the brain to run system scans and do antivirus software the way any other computer does. Now, to get to rapid eye movement requires a commitment. You have to largely be sleeping for about 4 hours before your brain waves enter into that REM state. That requires a certain amount of time for you to be in bed, and it requires a certain amount of preparation. Not drinking too much water before you go to bed so that you're not getting up to go to the bathroom, not drinking alcohol right before bed, not having something sugary right before bed. When you sleep and you sleep well with low oxygen variation, so steady breath, you're essentially doing aerobic activity. It's a steady state breath, and when you're there, your brain is burning fat. Our body tends to work on a fat system during aerobic exercise and on a sugar or combination of sugar and fat when we're doing higher aerobic exercise or anaerobic exercise. Now, anaerobic exercise is when you're out of breath. So obviously, sleep and anaerobic metabolism, those are completely different things. So you'll be in this aerobic state. The aerobic state can be thrown off by sugary beverages and sugary foods right before bed, and also medications. So you have to be, aware of the different side effects of potential medications that might impact your overall ventilation and heart rate. So when we're in aerobic state, we have a low resting heart rate, and Fitbit, Garmin, or Whoop will allow you to kind of see what your respiration is during the course of your night. It's a really important feature. It's an amazing addition to my life and wellness program, and I've actually made a lot of changes that have resulted in better sleep. And sometimes stress gets to me and there's a lot going on. Like the last few nights I had very poor sleep, hence I have a beard. I don't typically have a beard in most of the videos that I've made previously, but I just want to call your attention to the fact that you sleep so frequently. It's such a necessary thing for homeostasis that it should be respected, and it should be really, really carefully guarded. That way you achieve optimum wellness. You cannot achieve optimum wellness if you are not sleeping well. It doesn't seem like it's such a mystical concept, but a lot of people are poor sleepers. A lot of people are fidgety. A lot of people haven't set themselves up for success. Some ways to set yourself up for success is by getting exercise so that you're tired and you're more likely to fall asleep naturally. Other times you might want to do some breath work right before bed so that you can calm the nerves and you can get to a better breathing rate. That way it's just natural to fall asleep. Basic stretching is okay. Meditation is excellent, especially meditation that includes guided breath work. The Calm app, CALM, is a wonderful resource because they have guided meditations, many of which are free. I think a good portion of them are free. There's a paid for premium service, but at the same time, you don't have to look too far to find some free stuff. YouTube has great stuff, but I've personally been using Calm and found a lot of benefit from it. So as you go into your next night's sleep, plan for it. Start to wind down. One thing I did was I changed the light on my phone to switch from that bright white light to more of a yellowy light right around 7 o'clock. So I've set it so that between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. I don't have any of that bright white light, and I've noticed that it affects my eyes differently. So the same way, not watching television right before bed, because it's going to mess with the brain waves, and when you're watching television, you're in this low brain wave, and when you turn it right off, it's like slapping yourself in the face. And that's why a lot of people will sleep with the television on, because this lulls you to sleep. This hypnotizes you. This puts you in a state of low vibration and also a state of suggestibility. And so you don't want to be surrounded by the television. I know that it's a part of a lot of your processes to have the television on, but now it's no mystery as to why. Because sleep state, turn it off, wake state. And if you turn it off and you become awake right before you're trying to go back to bed, like I said, that's the equivalent of slapping yourself in the face. That doesn't help you, does it? And so having these good routines, not watching television right up until the moment that you go to bed, not having something sugary right up until the moment that you go to bed, those are preventative measures that can help improve the quality of your sleep, which is one of the most important aspects of your life. So take advantage of possibly learning some technology. Take advantage of this video to learn and practice to create best practices for how you sleep, and then let me know how it goes for you. I hope that you sleep well tonight. I hope that you found value in this video. Take care of yourself. Happy Thursday.